when do we use present simple comparing to present continuous? Actually, when do we use present continuous comparing to present simple? 2 sentences is more than enough to give me the correct answer. They are both present times, right? Present tenses. There is story like speaking, there is only one difference.
Present continuous, it's about something happening now.
And
Okay.
second thing, remember second thing as well.
It may continue into the future.
Period of time, exactly. That's the
Okay.
second thing. And with present simple, what's the story about it?
For the present simple, we use it in the negative, and this is what I remember.
Yeah, but I'm not asking about specific grammatical rules. I'm just speaking like an overall, how do you want to call it? Overall story guideline or an overall expression or explanation about present simple. Present simple comes with the things that happen all the time. And I'm going to give you one cheat away, but don't take it as granted, right? This is not 100% correct, but it's a little bit easier to understand. Simple tenses speak about done actions. Just one fact, as many facts you like. But when it comes to continuous tenses, they speak about one fact, but through a prism of longer period of time, and that's it. And that's literally it. Present simple speaks about facts, actions, habits, done actions. Well, it's not done actions because it's not a past action, but it's all separate one thing actions that happen all the time, right? Anytime, continuously, regarding all possible truths that you can find out in the world today. Sunrises, we breathe every day, you breathe every day, he breathes every day, right? Or he takes breath every few seconds, right? In order to stay alive. Continuous tenses are explaining things that are happening right now in this very same moment. And if I'm the present, a little bit to the left, let's say it's past, and a little bit to the right is future. So this period of time is something that circles in between start and the end point of present continuous. And that's it. Present simple has different grammatical rules. You have to memorize it. SES, IES. Questions and negatives come with infinitive of the main verb and help out verb that comes with questions and negatives. You can't make a question otherwise. You can say you like something, but that's not going to be completely correct. Do you like something, or does he like something, right? And continuous, any continuous tense stays in ing form. Main verb stays in ing form. Different continuous tenses are going to have different help out verbs, right? Present continuous has verb to be. Present perfect has verb to have. Has been doing something. So it has verb to be plus verb to have plus main verb. And that's why I'm telling you, it's not verb, it's predicate by the function of the word in one sentence, right? You have like motorcycles, for an example. You have different types and different models. You have very fast motorcycles, and you have blue, yellow, green, and purple, very fast one. And you have on the other side, you have slow ones that you use for traveling. And again, you have different sections in the slow ones. Those two are different things, but somehow they play the same game because you're actually riding your motorcycle, right? For an example, it's the same thing with words. Same thing with words. We can have one class regarding that, but I don't know if I'm going to confuse you more. This is something that I remember from Serbian grammar, right? And Serbian grammar is super hard, like Arabic grammar. It's super hard. And the more you know, the easier languages are easier to smash and put in a bowl, make a soup and eat it. It's super easy, right? That's why you should think about English language that way, exactly that way, not no other way. It's super easy language. Everyone is speaking English. That's one of the evidences that you should consider when it comes to English language. But okay, let's go back. Stative verbs. Why do we mention stative verbs over here? Because we're not supposed to use present continuous with stative verbs, right? Do not use present continuous tense with stative verbs. Stative verbs show a state of being, human being, one being, entity, right? That does not show qualities of change. When you say I'm swimming, quality of change would be actually moving your hands and swimming, right? You're doing something. There is some kind of energy loss when it comes to those. That's why all of those verbs that you somehow use energy or joule, right? 1J, that's a unit measure for energy. Whenever you're burning energy or calories, to make it more fun, you're actually doing something active. It's the same thing. Verbs are just definition about the things that you can see around yourself. So someone is doing this, someone is doing that, right? And that's it. On the other hand, there is stative kind of actions. Stative, you're just stative, you're passive, right? You ain't doing anything. On the other hand, you have stative, actually passive. You know, when people are passive, they are kind of lazy. I don't want to say lazy, but they're not doing actually anything. It's the same thing with verbs. Stative verbs, they don't show any quality changes. That's why when you say to someone, I love you, well, that's a state of your soul. And your soul can hurt, and it can hurt, or you can be really happy about it. But loving someone and being happy about something, that's like, can you explain me what it is? No, you can't, because you can't do any actions. You can use only words to express it and explain it a little bit closer. And that's it. That's the major difference between those two. We're not going to make it more complicated, but that's the major difference. Remember, stative verbs are not supposed to be used with present continuous, and that's it, right? And there is a list of stative verbs, like or know or belong. When something belongs to you, I can say my motorcycle belongs to me. When I own that, I'm not actually doing anything to show that it's mine. Everyone else who knows that it's not there, they're not supposed to touch it or ride it or steal it or whatever, right? I mean, you have few of the verbs over here, right? See, like own, sound, recognize, or as British people say, recognize, right? Or reckon,
Mm-hmm.
or to remember, or to prefer, or to agree. Let's make an agreement. Let's do what? Let's make an agreement. But when you're making something, it means that you're putting those conditions from one side on the other side and on one piece of paper. And where I say, I'm going to do this, Shrug is going to do this, and Hass is going to do this, and we sign it, and that it's kind of a legal contract, and we're making a contract. But the whole thing that we did was making an agreement,
An
agreeing,
agreement, right?
agreeing upon
Mm.
something. Agreement is a noun, agreeing or to agree, that's a verb, right? That's fun part in English language.